on. Hey, Glenn. Thanks for joining me today, man. Excited to talk about your journey. I think it's going to help a lot of people, kind of seeing like where you came from, where you are now, and what's possible in this health and fitness journey. So we've been working together for about like 7, 8 months. We met at the Apple Harvest Festival in Dover. So that was really cool to be able to meet in person before we started this online endeavor. And yeah, man, I would love for you to talk about what was it like? What was it like before you started with Core 5? Like where were you? What was the state of your health, your confidence? Was there any like super big struggles that you were going through?
Before I started with Core 5, right before I started with Core 5, I would like to think that I was beginning to begin a good path, a journey, if you will,
Hmm.
uh, caring about my health, caring about my fitness. I was trying to go to the gym. I didn't know really where to go or how to get there. I knew I wanted to get somewhere better than where I was, but it's like wanting to go somewhere for the first time. You need a roadmap,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was just like doing my best to get there on my own. So Core 5 and you particularly helps with that tremendously. You showed me what to do, how to get there, um, and turned my the time that I was investing into this. It started seeing results from it like immediately.
Yeah, I love that you pointed out the like the that roadmap example.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. It's
I think that's super important. Because it's the same thing like if you're gonna start any kind of journey, it's like if you don't have a map and you just start going,
yeah,
you kind of know where you're going. You might get there, but it might take a roll out longer. There's probably gonna
yeah,
be a lot
yeah. There's
more.
definitely an alternate route that can be suggested to you if you just
Yeah,
look for it, click on
exactly.
it.
So you're just kind of like speeding up and kind of honing in that process, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like I had no idea as far as nutrition, zero education with the nutrition. I knew the gym, go to the gym. That's about what I knew. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
what to do with what, you know what I mean? Certain exercises to stack with other exercises. I just had no idea. I was just going to Planet Fitness and doing stuff, and and that changed pretty quickly, and immediately felt like I was going there with purpose and a plan. Bang it out, 45 minutes or an hour, hit
Yeah.
everything I need to hit, get out of there, move on with my day. It's been great. I mean, it's been 6, 7 months, 8 months, 6, 7, 8 months,
Yeah.
and it's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, how'd it feel like knowing that you had that plan and knowing that following these guidelines? And it's not the other thing too is these are these are kind of agreed upon guidelines, right? Like I didn't tell you you need to go hard in the gym 5, 6 days a week. It's
Not
like, all
really.
right, what would work for you? What would you do right now? What would you look forward to doing? And then from there, it's a conversation of like finding what would you like to do? And that way, each time you do go in, it's 45 minutes, an hour. That's plenty. That works for you. So therefore you're excited to go in there and get it done, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say is like your biggest goal if you kind of had one? Like before you started with Core 5, what did you imagine your life to be? What did you want to accomplish?
That's a deep question, mate.
I know. I know. I know.
What did I want to accomplish in my life? Better for myself. I know I wanted more. I just wanted to set a good example for my daughter. I wanted to get on a good path. So for the next, as she grows up, she's 10 now. When she's 16, I want to be a kick-ass dad, and when she's
Oh, dude, I love
22,
that.
same deal. I just want to get on a path, set a good example, be a good role model, and keep rolling.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's an amazing goal, man. And we talk about, we've had conversations about, purpose, right? So I think that's a big one right there is being that, being that role model, being that hero like in your kids' eyes, I think is amazing. because ultimately, like, they're looking up to you, and you going through and doing hard things and showing them what's possible in your own life is setting a fantastic example. So kudos to you for choosing to do, maybe the harder path and changing, because change is never really easy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's never really easy, but it's kind of pretty easy. You know what I mean? At the same
What?
time, once it starts rolling, it just keeps rolling. Like
Yeah.
with the purpose, I purpose was kind of like a an afterthought, with or I guess an inevitable result. Really, once I got on this path and started taking care of myself, started making better decisions, wanted to go for a better job for the longest time, never did it, and then 4 months into the program, I find myself at a whole new point in my life. I'm at a better job. I'm eating better. I'm sleeping better. I think
Dude.
everything's really better. It's kind of wild.
That's oh man. That's amazing. And I love, so for me, being able to see it, like see these changes is it makes me very happy to kind of see it, but I'm sure feeling it is a whole nother it's a whole nother ball game
Yeah,
for you to be able to like live these experiences, man.
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's really good.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And the confidence to go and pursue something that you might have been a little hesitant before. We talked about in the very beginning of this about like confidence and like being right before. That's one of those things, like, as people continue to change and choose to be a better version of themselves, it kind of spills over into so many different aspects of their life. And I think that's just an example of that.
Yeah, 100%.
So so together, working together for some months now, are there any big key takeaways that before you started you might not have thought you would have gotten, or anything that going forward is something you're going to carry on like forever?
Oh, one thing that I didn't really expect was the shoulder. I had severe shoulder pain from a jujitsu injury. I guess I was stubbornly didn't tap out when I should have, and I ended up with a
Ooh,
hurt shoulder
yeah,
for like a
yeah,
year and a half. And I didn't really have expectations for that to go away, more like exercises to work around it.
yeah,
And and the fact that 45 days later, it was significantly better. And now at the end of it, I don't have any, it's never a problem. I can do lateral raises with my shoulder. So that's a huge takeaway that I'm going to take away for the rest of my life. That was huge. Um, the nutrition, I think, is another one, the nutrition advice and the information that I was given. It's another big takeaway that I'm not going to lose. The fitness, I mean, just kind of everything I gained is really, I think, going to stay with me.
that's
I mean,
I love that, Glenn. you know
yeah.
and the cool thing about, since we've been working together for, like over 6 months, is we got to go through a couple different like phases of both like workouts and nutrition. This is something that I think a lot of people don't really think about, is when you start this, like, most people think like you have to do like one set way, that's just the way it is, to achieve results. But you've been able to go through periods where you were eating a bit more to gain some muscle, and then you're eating a little bit less, but it doesn't feel like deprivation, because you did all the work to gain the muscle and to make your metabolism that much faster. So like when you do take away a little bit of the food to lose some fat, it doesn't feel like this, like I'm starving myself, which I think a lot of people end up in.
Yeah, no, no,
Yeah.
it's all been supernatural. The muscle gain part, the eating a bit more, that was that was probably the hard part, just making that extra meal, or making that little bit of a bigger meal rather.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. I mean, putting on weight when I was struggling to add muscle for as long as I was
Yeah.
was really, yeah, because it wasn't just getting bigger. It was getting like the right kind of bigger. You know what I mean? In the right places.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So everyone's got like, yeah. There's a few places that we wouldn't mind generally feeling a little bit stronger, feel maybe a little bit more. And then
Yeah.
there's others where it's like, we probably like don't really
Yeah.
feel good when those. those start
Yeah.
flowing out. Yeah, man. So as far as like anyone who might be maybe on the fence, or they have um a fear of this is the right time for them, what would you tell that person?
If you're on the fence, you got to do it. If you're on the fence, you're on the fence for a reason, because you want to do more or better, or if you think there's something that can be gained from it, and there is. Like 100% promise you, there's something to be gained from it. Um, my life's changed dramatically for the better in all aspects. Like I said earlier, why not? You know, what's holding you back? Do it. It's
Yeah,
like that
man.
Shia, like the Shia LaBeouf video. You know,
I just, I
do
just
it.
pic I just picture the gif of him
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
oh, just do it.
Do it. What are we
Uh,
doing?
yeah, I love that, man. I love that. So yeah, I love. Thank you so much for talking a little bit about your
Oh yeah,
journey.
you're great, man. Tyler's great. Tyler's great. Tyler's gonna listen to you. Tyler's gonna help you out. Listen to him. It's if you guys, if you talk with the guy and you get along with him, you're gonna have a good time. I had a great time. Was one of my best friends. This guy's awesome.
Awesome, dude. Warms. I love that, man. Warms my
Yeah,
heart. Warms my heart, man.
yeah,
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Glenn, for your time, getting a little bit vulnerable, talking about your journey, man. And yeah, look forward to continuing on and continue evolving.
yeah. Right on, man. Love it.
Awesome. Thank you.